try to work.
See?
I will try to work with the red vines in front of me, but you know this is that's very fancy.
It's my tableau.
Tableau. You've
A
created
non-seasonal tableau.
You've created a tableau.
Tableau.
A very nice.
Le tableau.
You and your tableau.
Good morning with the Todd and Erin Morning stream on GetPartDaily.com. Want some licorice? The non-food.
You know I can't concentrate if you keep that licorice there. That's horrible. Don't. You're so mean. Don't.
The wafting of the licorice.
Ooh, I can actually smell it when you do that.
I know.
All right, fair warning. I'm trying really hard to be responsible and social today.
Yeah.
I have kidney stones, and I don't do well with pain medication. I tend to laugh a lot louder and more inappropriately than I should. So if I'm kind of stupid today, I'm very sorry. It's the kidney stones and the medication.
How many fingers am I holding up?
27.
Okay, good.
It's going to be good today.
Here's the mountain cam.
Yeah, it's good.
The mountain cam.
Oh, Karen is so unreasonable. Good morning to the mountain cam. This, by the way, is the Robert J. DeBrey mountain cam. And if you take a look outside, it's calm and soothing. We're on Facebook Live right now, and Karen Chittister, I was saying, you were all going out this weekend. It's the Extrovert edition because we have so many fun things. And she goes, I'm not going out. I'm staying curled up in bed all alone, and I'm crying all weekend, and you can't stop me. Yes, we can, Karen. We can come to your home, and we can take you out, and we'll do it. We will. Come on, there's so many funny things to do this weekend. It's going to be... I'm talking a lot, aren't I?
I'm just going to sit over here.
Okay. No. Good morning, Karen. How are you?
All right, so hi on Facebook. All right, coming up today, we got some cool stuff. The Saliva Sisters performing at the Arts Festival tonight.
You had an interview, right?
Yeah, I've known this woman forever. And so we're going to be talking to her, seeing some of their music. That's coming up. A Pathetic Robber right here in Salt Lake City. We're going to tell you there's no honor among thieves.
Apparently not. That was one of the most pitiful experiences ever.
You're going to talk about the Arts Festival, also talk about some of the entertainment things going on as well.
Oh, there's so many things happening this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun.
My wife's on drugs.
It's going to be a problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to try super hard. I'm sorry.
So lower tab and live digital broadcast might not go together as well as one might think.
I'm so sorry.
Unless you're Rush Limbaugh.
Perhaps if I were more practiced. Yeah, then for him it's like just smooth like butter. He doesn't know.
Because he can hate in many different languages. Mm-hmm. All right, so anyway.
I can understand that completely. I want to start out with something cool because Patrick and Steve, our photographer, went up to Park City a couple of days ago. And I was texting Patrick later going, dude, where are you? He goes, I'm still up in Park City. And I'm like, you've been there for like 8 hours. But he said that the story was so amazing that they just couldn't leave.
Right.
And so we wanted to share it.
Oh, you told me about this.
It's Camp Coda. Now, this is Kids Out to Defeat Arthritis. And it's the second year for Camp Coda. It's a creation of the Arthritis Foundation and the National Ability Center. I love the National Ability Center because they help people from all over the world. Our sons have taken skiing lessons from them, which is why I skied backwards for 4 years and I can't remember how to ski.
Till that tragic pole accident. Yeah.
But the idea here is to offer kids and families who are dealing with arthritis, and you just think of these little people and how much pain they're in all the time.
Show me the camp.
Moving is miserable. But they get a chance to take part in an amazing outdoor experience. I mean, it's one that gives the kids and the families a chance to bond. They get to share their experiences. They get to build their confidence and their self-esteem. It's really cool.
When my daughter was 22 months old and started limping. When we finally got her diagnosed at 2, I honestly thought they had the wrong patient when they called me to tell me she had arthritis. I had no idea kids got juvenile arthritis, and to be honest, that's the biggest thing I hear when we talk about our daughter's disease, is that people don't know.
See, the thing that's so important about this is that you think about all the ordinary activities that your kids get to do, just average everyday things that you take for granted. And when you get to do this as a family with children who might have special health care needs, it's like giving you one dream more back from parenthood that you thought you lost.
That is so cool.
So there's 50 families. They took part in Camp Coda, double the number of last year's participants. They had 3 days of outdoor activities like crafts and hiking, horseback riding, archery, and they even did like the whole dorky campfire sing-alongs. You know, the thing that was so sweet, they talked to 2 of the little ones, and they said they were so inspired that they wanted to come back to Camp Coda as camp counselors.
Before camp, I didn't know anybody with arthritis that was my age. I knew people from other activities with the Arthritis Foundation, but they were all either younger than me or older than me. Here, I got to know people that were actually my age and had the same interests as me.
It was a really good experience. It made me feel like I wasn't alone. Like, everyone else, like, you don't notice, you don't feel like you have this disease. You don't, like, when you look around, these people don't look like they have this disease. And it just makes you feel good inside, like you're not alone, you're fighting this together.
It's so nice to get to know people that deal with the same things as you do.
How adorable are they?
My medication has also made me extremely emotional today. So just those faces were so cute.
Oh my gosh.
By the way,
they're
the
so cool.
National Ability Center provides help to over 5,000 individuals, and they have people literally that come from all over the world in order to use their adaptive recreation. And
That is so
It's
fun.
a gorgeous thing to see.
Can't say it enough. How cool is that?
Okay, now my nose is running. Let's move on, shall we?
Shall I tell you something good?
I think you should.
It usually starts off with crying. This one doesn't, though, but it always ends up in a good thing, doesn't it?
What
okay,
happens
here it
this
is.
way?
There's a group of men. Okay, there's just this group of men. Okay, and they're all in this room, right? And they notice there's a guy sitting down outside the room, and they suddenly know that he slumps over. Now, normally, what would you do? You'd go to help them, except there was something in the way, and that would be, well, take a look. It would be a jail cell,
And they're handcuffed.
and they're both wrists and everything.
Oh, wow.
So the guard passes out. Turns out to be a heart attack. They're in court. They're going to go see the court judge and stuff. So they all decide that they, as a group,
They're shackled.
are going to lean against the door with all their weight and pop it open, realizing that if they go over and the guard is on the ground and they're yelling help the whole time, anytime other guards could come in and misconstrue what was going on
And
there.
shoot them, yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, these dudes were shackled, so they raced over to give him
Yelling.
CPR and help
they,
him.
They gave him CPR. They kept him alive. Otherwise, it would have been another 15 minutes till somebody even found him, and then he'd be dead. And so,
That's incredible.
sure enough, the other guards came in, drew their weapons, and kind of figured it all out, and figured out what was going on. And the guys went back in their room without the door shut, and they did their thing, and the cops did their thing, and the paramedics did their thing, and then he lived.
Okay, so I would really express at this point that the judge had better hear this story and go,
Right.
we're all out now. Thank you.
We
Go
understand
principal."
that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and you do. That part didn't even hit me, but you're right. That's a real risk to them because they're completely shackled.
Right.
And anyone who comes running in could assume instantly that they had done something bad.
And lucky the hands were clasped in front.
Yeah.
Because you can do CPR like this, right?
That's incredible
Right?
to me.
So that's what they did. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And so anyway, we have, what do we have? Information coming up.
Yeah, okay, Daisy's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom, and she is brought to you by, of course, Robert J. DeBry. They've got offices in in St. George and in Salt Lake City and in Sandy. If you need help, just go to robertdebry.com. Executive transportation for an elegant evening out or just a trip to the airport. You can go to Executive Utah to book your ride. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air with 24-hour service. They're waiting for your call because they know something's going to happen. AllUtahPlumbing.com. Daisy, good morning. What's going on?
Hello everyone, here's what's making headlines on GephartDaily.com. The bodies of 3 Vernal men have been found inside a pickup truck submerged in the waters of the Green River. The wreckage was discovered early Wednesday near the town of Jensen, about 13 miles southeast of Vernal. Robert Spoon, 33, Jason Tilt, 33, and Jacob Tilt, 29, vanished on May 22nd of this year. They had not been seen or heard from since. A man from Ogden is a person of interest in the shooting deaths of 3 females in Caldwell, Idaho. 60-year-old Gerald Michael Bullinger was seen in Ogden 10 days ago and is considered armed and dangerous. The bodies of the murder victims were found on the same parcel of land Bullinger has lived on for years. And firefighters in southern Utah continue to have their work cut out for them. The Brian Head Fire has now grown to more than 5,000 acres and is forcing evacuations in both Iron and Garfield counties. The human-sparked fire more than doubled in size Wednesday, driven by triple-digit temperatures and gusting winds. And now a look at your Wasatch Front weather, where you can expect a break from the 100-degree temperatures of the last couple of days. Highs are expected in the upper 80s and low 90s heading into the first official weekend of summer, all of it under mostly sunny skies. That's it for now. Stick around for with news from Tinseltown overnight. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you very much. Hey,
All Utah Plumbing.
Oh, All Utah Plumbing. You know, I was sitting there looking at my lawn yesterday, and I suddenly realized that there is just not enough sprinkler action going on in certain parts of my lawn. This is when you always find out that your sprinklers aren't laid out correctly. And
So it's that one desperate patch of grass going, help me.
Aaron's always saying, put the hose on, put the hose on. And it's like, so anyway, John can come over and fix that for you. He can fix your AC. That's probably the biggest thing right now. And you know, they actually, we got calls. He was on the show yesterday. Actually got calls and went out that afternoon and took care of some people's AC and got it up and going. So if you're having AC problems, because another 100-degree day today, 801-652-4755, or just go to allutahplumbing.com.
Now, the thing that always amazes me, in the movies, robbers are always like these brilliant, geniuses who come up with fantastic plans that get them past the buffoonish police, and they, get in there and they get their goods and they're out again. In real life, it's more like, what? And this whole Quiznos debacle, you got to explain this, because it's like so...
Okay, so here it is. They call this a takeover robbery, which it's basically...
Explain that.
Quiznos.
Yeah.
Nice sandwiches.
Oh, the humanity.
No, not the chair. Wow. Why the chair? Why always the chair?
I know.
She could have used the chair.
I know, right? She was on the ground.
And the chair is nowhere to be found. So anyway, basically, this is the Quiznos. And 3 people, 2 guys and a female. They go into the store. They put the employees in the back. The one lady stands at the counter, so it looks like she works there. And they go back.
Clever.
And so they lock the door behind them. The restaurant is now closed with the employees on the inside. So one of the girls goes in the back and she locks herself in and holds the door. There's no lock on it. She holds the door. The female goes back there, hears that person. The other guys are going to the cash register. Mm-hmm. She starts leaning on the door and pushing the door.
I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you one of those. And she's pushing and pushing. And the person inside just suddenly realizes she cannot hold that person back.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, so she shoots her. He shoots her.
She had a gun?
Yeah, she was armed and dangerous.
Wow. But she didn't even whip it out like a commando.
We're talking the employee had the gun and shoot the bad girl and drops her. And what do you think the 2 guys did?
I'm sure they raced to the girl's aid to help her and gently carry her out of the Quiznos.
No.
They ran.
Of course they did.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think they caught one guy.
To know you can really
did you
count
catch
your
one
friends.
guy? I think they did. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, he looks like a nice guy.
So if you're planning a criminal activity, don't choose that guy.
I'm impressed by the Quiznos girl, though, the fact that she was already armed, but she's like, I'm going to go hide first. I'm not going to try to whip out and start shooting up in the air. I mean, she tried not to avoid it first.
She shot around the door.
Wow.
Probably saved herself. So
that's
anyway,
impressive.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Except for, the people that are idiots. But yeah. Hey, time for the big thank you. We wanted to let you know how much we appreciated you for coming over to the Todd and Erin Mountain Stream, and what way is better than buying your love.
It's the morning stream, not the mountain stream.
What did I
Remember,
say?
she's on lower tab.
Oh, shut up. Did I say mountain stream? Maybe I'll just go home.
Okay, what? Just sit there
I can
quietly.
go lie down in the couch outside.
Sit there quietly. This is Christopher's. We basically let you go to Christopher's. You take 3 other friends. They go and you have a wonderful time. You don't have to worry if you want some wine, because we have March, and he's going to take care of you and drive you there and back in the beautiful, beautiful executive transportation things that he has, which is great.
All you have to do to enter to win is go on to one of our Facebook pages. That would be Todd and Erin, Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approved. You got the show right here. Just say good morning, maybe take a little, drop a note so that we know it's you. Like the page, share, and boom, you're entered. That's all you need to do. That's simple.
All right, we have the Todd and Erin Morning Stream tip of the day. And you probably already know this, but we kind of discovered it 2 days ago with all the heat, and our car has no air conditioning. You know why? Because we live a celebrity lifestyle. And so we're driving by, and there's a sign in the window at McDonald's, and it said 59-cent cones. And I was like, I forgot they do this.
That's epic.
And we go through the drive-thru, and everybody gets a cone, and it was like 59 cents. And I know this sounds like a stupid tip, but it made all the difference in the world. It made the kids be quiet.
And then Zoe and I did the challenge where you and Zach just basically gobbled yours down, and we licked ours very slowly.
Sister used to do that.
And so, I know, I did it just to honor Jen. And
Oh
so,
my
by the time
gosh.
they're done, they look over hungrily, and Zoe and I are like, we're not even halfway finished yet. So it's like a nice torture, too.
So we should mention that we are selling our house, and
So that's why we're out of the house, because when you have showings, it's not like ordinarily in life you wouldn't be out doing stuff anyway.
You're homeless.
You may not go back to your house for hours and not even think about it, but for some reason, because when your house is being shown, you do feel homeless and you're kind of hovering. Like, are you out yet?
it's like when you're going to have lab work done or operation of some sort, and they say, okay, don't eat past midnight, and you usually don't even care
Why
about
would you?
breakfast,
Yeah.
and then all you can do is not think about eating
I'm
food.
being deprived.
I need food.
But
So anyway,
it's
so we're
interesting.
doing
We haven't bought or sold a house for
20 years.
Yeah, it's been about 20 years. So
It's a new thing. I don't know if you know about, but it's really interesting.
apparently they write the people who would like to buy your house write you beautiful perspective letters, and we had a couple that were like epic. I mean, there was.
Wait. When did this even start?
I don't know, but they've all done it, and I really love the cute young couple because she was talking about the attic and she wanted to have tea parties with her baby there, and like, that's unfair. You're playing on my emotions, and it's totally working now.
When did this start?
And then there was the couple that wanted us to discount it by $50,000 because they wanted to start a family and they needed the money for infertility treatments. And I'm like, I am completely sympathetic, but
Seriously?
I cannot take $50,000 off the price of my house.
That came in a letter.
Yeah, it was very matter of fact too. We would like a gigantic discount, and it's like,
Right.
I am happy for you, but but we would really, yeah.
We're great people and we smile a lot. If you want to sell us a house for less, check the yes box.
It's not going to happen.
It's like you're asking someone to prom.
No, but you have to remember though. I don't know if it was common back then, but when we did buy that house, it's built in 1928, and it was owned by a couple who bought it new. They were 96 years old, and we went in to meet them, and they were really.
Let me say this.
They were very elegant.
It took 2 weeks to get inside to see the house, which was going to need a lot of rehab and stuff like that. But
They were so cute.
we walked in and immediately felt underdressed because they were both They were both perched. Why did I become the woman all of a sudden?
It was very
That
elegant.
was-
No, it wasn't. I was trying to be like.
So he had a bow tie on. Yeah, and he had a bow tie on, and they sat there with their hands in their laps, and we introduced ourselves, and I'm
And then-
wearing shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah,
and
and we'd never met. I mean, we've never had a family, perspective anyone be in the house when we went to see it. But
And it took 2 weeks to get in, and the reason is it took 2 weeks for them, 96, to kind of pull it all together.
And so we sat. We actually had tea with them. It was adorable. And Mrs. Kasul goes, "Do you belong to the Salt Lake City Country Club?" And we went, "Yes, we do."
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to hell for even lying to her, but it was like, sure.
So our realtor, before the meeting and everything, he said, "Why don't you make a little letter and send something with it?"
Like our wedding picture, so they know
Wait,
they're
wait.
one of those nice married
A
couples.
wedding picture. They had to send This is to buy a house.
It was epic.
It was just
It was quite a
weird.
bit of work.
But now it's just so strange that, people are just like, "Hi, how are you?" And they introduce
But
themselves.
yeah, all 5 of them wrote letters. It was really interesting to me.
My dog would like to play in your backyard, which sounds like a euphemism, but it's not. And I just think it's so interesting. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. Is that have you guys all been going through that? I'm just curious. If you're on Facebook this morning, let me know,
Yeah.
because I'm just kind of interesting. Oh, Lindy would like to know about the set decorations. She wants to know what this is about. Explain.
It's my tableau. I just think that I'm kind of boring looking. Plus, my laptop, the power cord has just not used anymore. So it usually is here. So it just felt like an empty plane. It's an art thing.
I'm really sorry, everybody, because I'm sure that looking at it from your direction, you're going, there's a duck, a light, red vines,
Right.
and Kahlua. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, what the hell? It's our show.
All right, coming up next, we've got all the weekend stuff coming up, which is absolutely amazing. There's so many things. We've got tons of giveaways. So just stick with us. We'll be right back. Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at gephardtdaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page. Hello, how are you? You might have to take this part over.
Yeah.
The medication has not been quite as effective as I might, or maybe it's too effective. I'm not sure either direction.
Yeah.
Hi, Daisy. How are you?
Hi, good morning. It's Thursday.
Explain the hat, because this is the
Explain
cutest
the
thing I've ever
hat.
seen.
Look at this hat.
Look at her
this
hat.
I'll show you the secret to this hat.
Yes.
You know how British ladies wear hats like this, and you're like,
And it's artfully
how
sideways.
How
Yeah.
do they stay on their heads?
Yeah.
So easy peasy. You have a little comb.
That is
And
so
a little
adorable.
and a little kind of elastic thing that you put around the back.
Now, explain why you were wearing this terribly fashionable hat last night.
Yes. So my mum, last night we went to the governor's mansion.
Nice.
My mum got the Utah governor's mansion Artist Award for Visual Arts.
Get
Look, there's
out!
my
That's
mum
so cool.
with the governor and the first lady.
Your mom is so hip.
Oh, and they were so lovely. So we went for dinner at the up in the Capitol in the Gold Room.
Nice.
Which was really nice. And then we went to a lovely reception.
Are there any pictures? Because I bet you were adorable with that hat on.
I think we may have a couple of pictures. But yeah, I wore the hat, and then I wore a dress. So this dress was my mom's.
That's Jay, by the way.
That's Jay,
Jaycee's
my
husband.
hubby. That was my mom's from the 60s, the dress. And then they had the women's mural that Mum did. You may have seen for a second.
A little bit in the background there. Yeah.
They had it on the lawn of the governor's mansion.
That's so cool.
So it was so fun.
So what was dinner like? Was it like extra elegant and fancy? Did you have lots of extra forks and things?
Yes, it was very forky and spoony.
I love those.
I know how to do my spoons and my forks and my bread plate and my bread knife, and
those are things are crucial.
A lot of that, but it was lovely. But the only downside was that it was beef tenderloin. Oh look, there's Jenny in the middle. There's Mum, and
that's such a good picture of
the
you.
governor.
Nice.
So it was really good, but it was beef. And so I kind of said,
you don't eat beef?
Well, I'm not a veggie, but I don't love beef. So,
okay.
So she said, "Oh, do you want us to do you a plate without the meat?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine." Thinking I'd get like a nice pile because there was potatoes and not just broccoli, but broccolatini, which is it's like extra stalky broccoli.
Yes, it's the special kind.
So I got this kind of little, rather wizened, sort of very small pile of potatoes and broccolatini. But there was this amazing, homemade bread, very Utah, homemade bread with cinnamon,
Yummy.
honey,
Yeah,
butter.
yeah.
So I just ate that. That was even better.
See, I was vegetarian for 15 years before I met the Todd, and I learned that mistake that whenever you say, "Could you give me the vegetarian plate?" That's exactly what you get, is this small whizzes. So I used to just take the protein off and chuck it on somebody else's plate.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, that's exactly what you get.
But one really fun thing at the mansion was they actually had a gelato bar. So Todd was telling me earlier on about you guys had a potato bar once at a dinner party.
Precisely. It's not as good as a gelato bar.
Yeah, so it was all different flavors of gelato, and then you could have a cone dipped in chocolate, or so many other things. I didn't spend too much time there, as you can see.
I would have spent my entire time there.
Just
That's amazing.
hovering.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? Because you just poured directly in my mouth. Yeah, that's maybe why I don't get invited to the governor's mansion.
My mum at one point was kind of rocking it with a big chocolate ice cream cone in one hand and then her very heavy medal in the other. I'm like, yeah, she's gangster.
Well, that's a thug life. That's your mom.
It's thug life. Very #thug life last night.
All right.
So yeah, super fun.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on this weekend? Because you had some great ones I didn't even see.
Yeah, and I mean the main thing going on this weekend is obviously the Utah Arts Festival, but we chatted about that yesterday. So I was looking for. I was just kind of thinking, well, not everyone wants to be at the Arts Festival all weekend, right? So we came up with a few other things, and you have some movies to talk about as well. But this sounds totally lovely. At Thanksgiving Point this weekend, there's the Fairy Tale Festival. I bet
Isn't that so
would love
cute?
this.
Oh, I know,
Look
right?
at that. I think that's got to be Rapunzel, because look at her big, massive hair.
Can you imagine putting that wig on?
Oh, heavy.
Oh, look, and they're making like a little fairy area. Oh, Zoe's going to totally dig this. I'm going to have to take her. You know that, right?
So it's 10 to 4 at Thanksgiving Point. You may not have known that you need these activities in your life, but you have an observation station for golden eggs and butterflies.
Well, of course.
Wand making.
Zoe's going to dig this.
Fairy houses.
Oh.
And potion making.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
I
right?
have never even heard of this one before. This is so charming.
Me either. And it's in a place in Thanksgiving Point called, I think it's called the Ashton Gardens.
Yes, that's gorgeous.
Is it Ashton Gardens?
Yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, guess what else?
What?
We have a 4-pack of tickets to give away.
Of course you do.
I think it's 2 adults and 2 kids. So you can, go with hubby and kids, or friends or, you know.
Oh, that's going to be so
Yeah,
fun. The
yeah.
sad part is I totally want to wear a tutu too. You know that, right?
And the sad part is I have to go, you know, because I don't have kids, so it'll be me and Jay. It'll be me like crouched over the potion making
That's okay.
table.
You can wear we'll put a tutu on Jay as well. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, I'll be
right?
like, okay, babe, you go do wand making. I'm going to do potion making. Then I'll meet you back at the Golden Egg observation station.
See, it's perfect.
Amazing.
Absolutely perfect. How do they enter to win the delightful 4-pack?
Yeah, easy peasy. Just like, comment, share on Facebook, and I think we'll pick someone out probably because it's Saturday,
So you
so
probably
we'll
wanna
pick
do it
someone out
today.
probably by noon.
Oh, that's going to be
today.
so fun. What a
So
good
that's
idea.
Fun. Yeah, fun idea.
Now, I didn't know that my favorite author was coming. This is freaking me out.
Yeah, this is really interesting to me. Again, this was a surprise for me. David Sedaris.
He's incredibly funny, and if you've never read his stuff, he's just got this cynical, biting wit. He's just hysterical.
Yeah, and he's going to be at Weller Bookworks, which is in Trolley Square. We were talking about Trolley Square the other day. So, you know, downtown, very easy. And it's a free reading.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. Last time we saw him was at Kingsbury Hall.
Uh-huh.
And he and his sisters are all very intelligent, and they all have, like, rocket science jobs, except for his sister Amy is also an actress. And then the youngest child was born in North Carolina, and they call him the Rooster. And he turned out to be total redneck. The rest of them are all these effete, like, you know, Eastern liberals, and they, you know, drink champagne like this and smoke in the European fashion. And this guy, like, he has a picture of him just skunk drunk and scratching his gut in one of his books. It's the funniest thing. Funniest thing ever. He's a great writer.
It's going to be amazing. It starts at 7, and you know, Weller Bookworks has said, you know, it probably will be standing room only, so maybe get there a little early.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
But yeah, a free event, you can't really beat that. With an author like David Sedaris.
I'll be the creepy girl in front, like cracking my knuckles, going, huh?
And it's even better because he's reading from, I guess, diaries.
Yeah.
It's called Theft by Finding Diaries. You know, so it's going to be the, you know.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We're all fascinated with someone's diary, aren't we?
Right?
I mean,
And he's so perverse, you know, it's got to be brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So tons going on this weekend.
Okay, if you're wise and you want to spend your time in an air-conditioned theater, there's a couple of interesting ones. The first is actually the director is Sofia Coppola, and it's got some very big names in it, like Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, and Colin Farrell. And basically, it's during the Civil War, and all these young women have taken refuge at a girls' school, and then a wounded soldier comes, and everything goes nuts.
We ask for your protection over our school, and we pray that we will be kept from harm throughout the night. Amen.
Miss Martha! Miss Martha!
Is he dead?
No, get him inside. Quick!
It's Colin Farrell. Of course there's going to be problems, right?
looks
Colin Farrell and a bunch of hot...
amazing.
I mean, look at him. It's like, yeah, totally. Let's start having some cat fights.
Yeah.
The man is beautiful. All right. So if maybe you don't want intellectual and fabulous, maybe you're going for something flat out where there's explosions, which is pretty much where I get excited. And for you, my little cabbage, for you, we have Transformers: The Last Night.
It started as a legend. One of the greatest of all. 1,000 years we've kept it hidden. To protect Earth from what was destined to arrive.
Optimus Prime, you destroyed your home. Do you seek redemption?
My maker, I do.
He looks unhappy.
I'm not sure. I thought I was watching King Arthur for a moment.
This is a completely different angle, right?
Yeah, I feel confused.
So
Mark Wahlberg. But okay, I'm not confused anymore.
All the big names
I'll
are
be
in this.
there.
It's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be explosions. And wow. Look at that.
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
I know, huge names. And
Wow. Erin, are you actually going to go and see this?
You know I
Tell me
love
the
this stuff.
truth.
I know.
Do you?
You like things with a plot line and character
I
development.
do.
I just want to see him blow stuff up. That's like my favorite thing in the world. I'm sorry.
That's amazing. That's why that's one of the million reasons Todd loves you so much.
I'm pretty no, he actually would probably like to go to movies with you because I'm the one screaming and throwing popcorn.
We can trade because Jay would be at Transformers with you. And I
See?
would see it for him, but I
Good.
don't know.
That makes me so happy. It's nice to know that we both share the same cultural tastes of a 17-year-old frat boy. So
Yeah, perfect.
thank you, Jay. I love that. All right, moving on. There's a couple of other things that are kind of cool. Tube the Ogden. I'd never heard about this before. Now it's like $5 to $10. They're doing it Friday, Saturday, several different dates, times. But basically, they've got an outdoor program. They have all of this cool gear, all of these big tubes and everything. They throw you in these tubes. You go down all through this whole random area, and it's really amazing. And it's just the perfect pace where you can sit and talk to your friends and you can hold on to each other's tubes. But if you've never done that before, hanging out in the water is so, it's ridiculously relaxing, but it's like an adventurous too. It's a lot of fun.
I've never tubed.
Oh, you would totally love this one. And there's a couple of really tiny chutes where you freak out and you think you're going to die, and then you come out of it and it's been awesome. But it's not like whitewater rafting. It's just a lot more epic and fun. And I don't know. It's cool. So it's
And at the end,
Ogden.
you're like, I survived.
It's all that matters. So if you would like to try that, once again, it's Tube the Ogden. You can go to gear30.com if you want to try to book your ride right now. So
Great.
there's boatloads of cool stuff going on. Now, the important thing, though, is that we have not discussed entertainment news. And there's some utterly ridiculous things going on, and we're going to tell you about it next. But first, we have the Saliva Sisters. They're performing tonight at the Utah Arts Festival. And this is funny. Todd has actually known them for like 20 years because he's been at a lot of different events they do. So he had a chance to talk to one of them a couple of days ago, and this is kind of how it went.
Saliva Sisters, and my favorite one, I have to say that Rebecca Heel is here. Rebecca, how are you?
Hi, Todd.
I'm going to hold your hands.
Hold my hand.
We have known each other and run into each other for how long?
Oh, 30 years maybe?
And I
Long
understand
time.
you brought proof.
I did. There we
And-
are. Aren't we cute?
oh, my Lord.
Oh, look at us. I know.
The hair.
Yeah, your hair was certainly timely. It's what they wore back then.
Timeless? No. Timely, yes. We make a lovely couple. Which benefit was this?
This was the March of Dimes Celebrity Cook-Off.
How do you remember that?
We were celebrity cooks because I have pictures. That's the only way.
Oh, you can follow along.
Right. And the Saliva Sisters did our two signature dishes.
Which were?
Egg me on and some young chick.
You have a better memory than I do.
No, I don't. Trust me, Todd.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, you guys are back.
We're back.
And you're back, and you're doing the Arts Festival. It's coming up, which is one of the best festivals, I think, that happens in the city.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Stage performance, is that what we're looking for?
That's what we're looking for. Thursday the 22nd, they put us on late at night. So we're on at like at 10 o'clock at night. We close down the festival Thursday night. So only the intrepid souls who can stay up that late and leave their children at home.
I think that's kind of fun.
It will, yeah. It allows us to do our act.
He says to me, he says, so how many men have you slept with? And I said, only one. You. The rest I stayed awake for.
How do you say, oh, I'm a Saliva Sister, I do?
Well, we're kind of an unnatural act. We are an unnatural act. We've just been building up stuff that we think is funny over the last 30 years.
And all local, it seems like.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, yeah,
lot.
there's a lot of it. It's local. That's right. A lot of it from our Utah CD called Illusions of Granger, and we have several numbers there that make sure we'll never get hired again in corporate Utah.
You're all about the boobs, big nipples. You're all about the boobs, big nipples.
Well, how much are you working now?
You know, we're actually working a little bit more than we have been. We do a lot of things in June, as a matter of fact. You know, we do Pride. We've done Pride every year since the beginning of time. We've done the Arts Festival.
This is coming up on
June 22nd.
June 22nd. And the
Thursday night.
Right, and the festival goes from the 22nd to the 25th, the Library Square downtown, Salt Lake City. And when are you performing? 10 p.m. Thursday. And if you want, I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube out there as well if they want to see more of you.
There is.
Because it's all against your will. I mean, people just take videos of you and throw them up out there. Yeah. And,
some of them are astonishingly embarrassing.
Well, some are bad angles.
Oh, yes. Some didn't put the Vaseline on the lens before they filmed
Or they're too close to the stage.
Yeah, right.
Got that.
Too much of our tights on some of those.
Well, it was so nice to see you.
That's great to see
And
you.
the Arts Festival is coming up.
Yeah.
And this is something I get to do with certain people that come on our show. I get to hug them.
Todd.
Rebecca, thanks for coming down. We'll
My
see you at the
pleasure.
Arts Festival.
See you at the Arts Festival.
All right.
Okay.
Isn't she like adorable? You know the funny thing, seriously.
She was so adorable. Did you see that picture?
I know from the two of you from so long ago.
I just keep getting better looking.
Yes, you do, baby. Of course.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I know it. It's fine. Go ahead. So you've got entertainment news that we're going to have to talk about. So do you want to make the awkward, uncomfortable transition
Shall
back
we?
to your
Yes,
studio?
so uncomfortable.
All right.
Let's
High fives.
kind of, high
Thank
fives.
you.
High fives all around. Thank
At
you.
the dark.
Yeah,
High
thank you,
fives
darling.
for you.
All right, cool.
Maybe a red vine.
Run to the other.
Hold on.
I think you should take one.
All right.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Now she's got to go
Give me
to
the
the other studio because we have two. See ya.
Oh, it's so funny. David on Facebook says party in the back, Todd. He was taking a look at your old hair.
Okay.
I loved his party in the back. He had big hair. It was wonderful.
It made sense at the time, but now I look like Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer.
That's not true.
Not now, back then.
Oh, I don't think so. All right, Daisy's entertainment headlines. They are brought to you, of course, by Robert J. DeBry. Robert J. DeBry having offices in St. George and Salt Lake City and Sandy. If you need help, they're so easy to get to. Just go to robertdebry.com. Also by Executive Transportation, taking you for an elegant evening out, or maybe you just need a quick ride to the airport. ExecutiveUtah.com to book your ride. And Black Diamond Electric. We're talking experts, and we're talking air conditioning, heating, anything you can think of, they probably pretty much can fix it. Go to blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on, my dear?
Hello again, Todd and Erin. Here are your Tinseltown headlines for today. Celebrity couple Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have reportedly hired a surrogate in an attempt to have a third child. The 36-year-old reality star and the 40-year-old rapper will use a surrogate to avoid another high-risk pregnancy for Kardashian, according to E! News. Kardashian experienced complications while pregnant with both her daughter North and son Saint. Doctors reportedly told Kardashian a third pregnancy would be potentially life-threatening. TMZ reported Kardashian and West will pay their surrogate $45,000. The woman is required to refrain from smoking, drinking, and drugs during the pregnancy and cannot go in hot tubs or saunas, handle or change cat litter, apply hair dye, drink more than one caffeinated beverage a day, or eat raw fish. And Zayn Malik says he and fellow superstar model Gigi Hadid are a normal couple. The 24-year-old Malik told an interview that he and the 22-year-old Hadid aren't a power couple despite their fame. That's not something I want to be part of, said Malik, a former member of One Direction. I'm with her because I like her, and I hope she's with me because she likes me. And Hollywood star Nicole Kidman now qualifies for AARP discounts. She celebrated her 50th birthday with her family this week. The Australian actress rang in the occasion Tuesday with her husband Keith Urban, who she married in 2006, and their two daughters, 8-year-old Sunday and 6-year-old Faith. Those are the headlines from Tinseltown overnight. More news 24/7 on GebhartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, oh beautiful Daisy. You know the only thing that's fake about that picture with Nicole Kidman and the cake? There's not a chance in heck she ate a bite of that. She hasn't had a carb since 1983. Are you kidding me?
I think she does.
No, not a single carb. I don't believe it. All right, Black Diamond Electric. If you haven't heard about this and you're starting to think, crap, I've got like a summer of triple-digit temperatures ahead of me, this might be a really good time to call them or check in. BlackDiamondExperts.com. The reason why is they do electrical, plumbing, heating, cooling, pretty much everything. But the thing about them that I like is they have 24-hour emergency service. Like if you go down and you're suddenly ankle deep in your basement, they can be there for you at any time. But one thing that's a really big deal is upfront pricing. It makes me crazy when people go, yeah, it's going to be about this. And then all of a sudden you get a bill and it's like triple and they go, oh, we didn't know about these special fees or this or that. It's like, it's not like that with Black Diamond. They're like, this is what it's going to cost. And when you get the bill, it's exactly what they told you. Satisfaction's guaranteed. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. You can see customer reviews right there on their front page. Just go to blackdiamondexpert.com and you can get more information. Now coming up next.
Well, but before you do that, I'm going to
Yes.
answer something on Facebook here. Facebook
sure.
Live, by the way, if you're watching the show live. Erin seems really out of it. Check her for safety reasons. Look at me. Erin's on lower tab. She has a kidney stone. And you took half a pill before the show because you woke up this morning. Obviously, it's very painful.
I'm trying to work. I know I sound stupid, but at least I showed up.
Sounds stupid.
No, I sound pretty stupid.
No, you
I'm
don't.
pretty.
You're fine.
Are you kidding? They just came in and said, "Hey, you skipped a whole break." I'm like, "What?"
You only skip that much of the show.
That'll be great.
So
That's
yeah.
okay. Hey, coming up next, would you like a flight for like $40? $40, like say Los Angeles, San Diego.
And it's not out of the international airport.
I know, it's so much. It's one of the tiny regional ones.
I never heard about this. We'll do it next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And also by Columbus Travel. If you go to columbusvacations.com, you can sign up for a weekly newsletter that always has great last-minute deals on hotels, airfare, cruises, and more. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
I must have been living under a rock or something and not realizing that there's out-of-state flights for people not at the international airport.
Yeah, Provo has a regional airport, and so does Ogden. And this only caught me because Ogden just announced that they're expanding the Allegiant Air. This isn't a commercial or anything. We saw it when we were kind of shocked.
Look, they have a plane and everything.
It's special. Now, they're opening up all these new flights up in Ogden probably in early fall, but you can get these already in Provo. And I didn't know that. Like San Diego, one way is like $40. Los Angeles, $42. San Francisco, which Todd and I love, $42. Phoenix, Mesa, Arizona, $55.
And the only bad thing is you have to drive to Provo. I am so kidding.
No, it would actually probably take you longer to drive to Provo and Park than it will for the actual flight.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
And these are regular planes and you don't have to pedal or anything.
No, they're nice ones. They're all fancy. You still get the bag of peanuts.
When did this start?
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Because they always had the little tiny commuter ones, but I'd never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
So.
Which is pretty cool.
Anyway, so screaming deals. If you don't find something you want out of the main airport, it's worth trying the two little guys too.
It's not a commercial, but if you'd like to buy some, give us a holler.
We're always happy to do that for you. Okay, so
I don't understand this story. Erin told me this story yesterday. I didn't believe her because, well, no one believes this one person. Now, where does this all start?
Well, this totally cracks me up. This is Ronald Fisher. He goes, I'm a very positive person by nature, maybe too optimistic in some situations. But Ronald's currently in jail here in Utah, in prison.
Okay.
And he has been petitioning a judge repeatedly for a DNA test.
Oh, to prove himself innocent.
No, none of that. He's been telling all of his cellmates that his dad is actually the founder of Gap. This would be this is the late Donald Fisher, and he, of course,
Donald.
Obviously a billionaire, and so his estate is worth billions of dollars. And
so his son.
Ronald, who's been in Weber County Jail, said, "Look, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure I'm his son. You know, I've heard some things. My mom told me some stories."
Okay, so wait a minute. So he was given up, or he was adopted, or something?
His mother said that it was an out-of-wedlock sort of situation.
Oh, okay.
And, a love child. And so he said, look, so he petitioned the judge for a DNA test, and he goes, I thought for certain my motion to compel the DNA evidence would have been granted. I was actually shocked when the judge said no. So, but he's been persistent enough, and he's been telling these stories about, man, I should be having some of this money. I'm pretty sure this is mine. And it went through some other evidence that made them go, okay, we can at least do a facial DNA test.
What's that mean?
So we'll do that. So basically, they go through the structure of the face, and they go through a lot of heredity characteristics and things that you would see.
So no blood or anything.
No, that might be inherited.
So we call that looking at pictures.
Well,
it's not a fancy
here's
thing.
the one thing. He came back with a 97.71 total match percentage with the late Donald Fisher.
Now,
which is a rather compelling piece of evidence.
And so he's the son. So does he still get rights to the money? At
this point, they say that anything over 50% is a high likelihood that they're related. But since he's at 97.71, the geneticist says, I think he is. So at this point, he's been writing really nice letters to Fisher's widow, going, I just want to let you know. I'm entitled to some of the proceeds. There's a trust, and I just kind of like to check out.
Is it legally binding? Is anything legal behind this? Is there any argument?
Well, if you are a biological child, you can petition for a portion of the estate. There's certain findings in the past of maybe the child wasn't known at the time of death, or there are certain other pieces of evidence or information that the child can legally compel for some sort of
maybe he made
judgment.
payments to the mom to raise him and stuff like that.
So he's been in Weaver County Jail, and everyone's like, "Shut up! You're not his son." I mean,
and now what?
Well, if you think about it, it's like, remember the whole thing about. Why can't I remember his name?
Because you're on medication.
Remember the will, and he was. He designed the Grey Goose, and the millionaire that everyone suddenly said, "Oh, I'm in the will. I'm in the will."
Right.
Howard Hughes, thank you. Medication sucks. But it's like Howard Hughes back when he spent so much time in Utah, and so when he died, everyone was like, "I'm in the will. I'm in the will." I totally had this time with him. We shared a chili dog one day, and he put me in the will. It's like that. You're thinking, "Sure, buddy. Sure you're his son." And this is so awful, and you're not helping me.
It's a lower tab talking. So what? So where is this at? Is that the end of the story?
No, at this point, because they do have the facial recognition DNA, and the amount was so high, he can now legally compel a DNA test. So if it comes back, it's fairly incontrovertible evidence according to the geneticist. But if the DNA evidence comes back at the same, he can now petition.
Make something, yeah.
He can petition for a portion of the estate.
And if nothing else, he'll get some snazzy spring wardrobe items.
See, I know some of those light pastel cottons that have been so popular this year.
In prison. All right.
So that's
well,
good.
I think you did a really good job today.
No, you didn't. You made fun of me the whole morning.
It's the thing I do. But I think you did a really good job. And how was your... Oh, wait. Hang on one second. I gotta do this. Okay.
Do you see the sympathy I get for my excruciating agony and my willingness to try to work?
Oh, this is my diagram yesterday of Jaws, because it came out 1975. It's upside down, but that's the boat. That's the shark. We need a bigger boat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to do, just professionally, what they do in the hospital. And if you remember,
I see a round circle.
If you've been to the doctors, you've probably seen this. Okay.
Oh, I love this one.
This is I'm feeling pretty good. This is the new pain chart they use. And then this one is, I don't know. And then this one is, and then this one is like this, and it's like,
and then the last one is,
and this like, Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. This is hard to write upside down. I have dyslexia, and this sucks. Is that a 4? Is that a 5?
Like you care?
That's not.
That's pretty close. Well, no, actually, that's a Zoe 5. It's backwards.
Okay, 5, be Roman numeral. Okay, so on a scale of this face, this face, this face, this face, and that face, where are you? 1, 2, 3?
I'm pretty much in a 2.
You're a 2 right now?
Feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty happy. No, that's the thing of pain medication. You're aware that you're still suffering. You just don't really care. I think that's kind of its problem.
Oh, you know what? Too, it's entertaining for me.
Well, as long as you're happy.
I do take care of you well. Though.
Yes, you do.
I do take care of her well.
Except for mocking me, you're very kind.
That's the pay. Taking care of people, there's a payment, and the payment is ridicule and laughter.
All right, so don't forget, we've got the family 4-pack for the fairy tale adventure down at Thanksgiving Point. If you'd like to like, comment, and share on the show today on Facebook. Also, the dinner out at Christopher's with limo service
and
for executive transportation. Also, the same way on Facebook by liking, commenting, and sharing on today's show. We're drawing another winner tomorrow, by the way, for Christopher's. So it's probably good to jump in now.
All right.
Thank you for your patience, you guys. I'm really sorry for all of that. Missing vowels and things.
Right.
I'm really sorry.
It's the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on GetPartDaily.com, and you're saying, what morning stream? And we're saying the official morning stream.
We have one of those?
We have one. It's right here. It's up in the Uintas, Mirror Lake Highway. So you guys have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.